So we are now on the concept of bleeding during pregnancy. So when we speak of bleeding during pregnancy, one important principle, class, that you must remember is there is no amount of bleeding that is considered normal while a woman is pregnant. Meaning to say, even if a woman simply sees a spot of blood, if she is pregnant, is already considered as a danger sign. Delikado na siya. Sir, bisan gamay ra nga dugo akong nakita, delikado na siya? Yes, delikado na siya. A pregnant woman should have no signs of bleeding. Now, the reasons are, number one, remember, class, that the uterus is a non-essential organ. The uterus is a non-essential organ. Meaning to say that kung magdihit ang dugo sa lawas because nagsige man kag dugo so gamay na lang ang dugo na habilin. Kaning gamay nga dugo na habilin, ibahin-bahin na siya ngadto sa mga organs nga importante which kasagaran is naa sa central areas of the body. Meaning to say, if nagsige og dugo ang babae, gamay na lang ang dugo na habilin, inig bahin-bahin ang uterus, walay apil. Nga naman, because the uterus is a non-essential organ. You could relate this, class, on your concepts of shock. Kung naaga ni hemorrhagic shock or hypovolemic shock ang usa ka tawo, usa sa mga symptom nga inyong manotice, class, is mubugnaw ang kamot ug ang tiil. Nga naman, what gives us the warmth? It's the blood. So kung nag-hemorrhage ka, kung walay dugo sa imuhang kamot ug tiil, maunang mubugnaw ang kamot ug tiil. Nganong wala may dugo sa kamot ug tiil, sir? Because the kamot and tiil are non-essential organs. The central areas are essential, while the peripheral areas are not. That's why, as the body attempts to focus or concentrate the blood at the central areas of the body, it constricts the periphery, making the periphery feel cold and clammy. So the uterus, class, is a non-essential organ. Kung magnihit ang dugo, walay bahin ang atong uterus. Kung walay bahin ang atong uterus, it follows therefore na walay bahin ang bata. That's why bleeding is a danger sign during pregnancy. Number two, class, bleeding is a danger sign because it indicates that there is an interruption in the connection between the placenta and the baby. Meaning to say, naay ugat nga naputol. So it indicates an interruption. There is an interruption in the connection between the placenta and that of the baby. Okay? Number three, it is a danger sign, class, because what you see, the amount of blood that you can see with your bare eyes, are merely a fraction of the total amount that is actually lost. What you see is not what you get. What you actually see is merely a fraction of the total amount of blood that's actually lost by a woman who is bleeding. To explain that, class, for example, if you remember, this is your fallopian tube. This is your uterus. And this is your ovary. If, for example, ang babae na ay bleeding condition such as ectopic pregnancy, unsa man na siyang ectopic pregnancy, di ba mauman na siya, class, na ang bata nagtubo in areas other than the uterus? Most usually and most common, naa siya nagtubo sa imuhang fallopian tube. So ang bata nimo, class, naa diri. Ang problema manggod kung ang bata naa magtubo sa imuhang fallopian tube, as the baby grows, the fallopian tube cannot enlarge and accommodate the growing fetus, such that inigdako sa imuhang bata ang fallopian tube, di na siya makatolerate sa iyang pag-expand until eventually pak nabungkag ang imuhang fallopian tube. This is a case of ruptured ectopic pregnancy. Pag rupture na sa imuhang fallopian tube, kay nibuto naman siya, kung imong tanawon, class, asa ang bleeding. Most of the bleeding, class, goes in the pelvic cavity. Meaning to say, di na nimo makita dito sa imuhang vagina. Kung makakita man gani kag dugo diri gamay sa imuhang vagina, gamay ra. It's just a fraction of the actual bleeding that happens in the woman. Kay sir, nganong gamay raman akong nakita nga dugo sa vagina? Kay wa man siya ni shoot padulong dito sa uterus, cervix, vagina nga makita nimo. Naaman siya diri ni katag sa imuhang pelvic cavity. There is bleeding in the pelvic cavity of a ruptured ectopic pregnancy that the abdomen of the woman becomes number 1, rigid, and number 2, becomes tender. Grabe ang dugo sa imuhang mama nga na ruptured ectopic pregnancy. But did you actually see it with your eyes dito sa vagina? Wala. Asa man? Dito sa pelvic cavity, making it, number 1, rigid abdomen. Number 2, there is tenderness upon palpation on the abdomen of a woman with ruptured ectopic pregnancy. So my point, class, is look at number 3. What you actually see is merely a fraction of the actual amount of blood that the woman is losing. That's just one example. To consider, for example, abruptio placenta. Unsa man ang abruptio placenta? Di ba, class, ang abruptio placenta is the condition where ang imuhang placenta ni separate bisan ang bata na pa. Because we have learned sa atuang maternal and child health nursing first semester nga naay tulo ka stages ang labor. Stage number 1, dilatation and effacement. Meaning, mubuka ang cervix, munipis ang cervix. Dilatation and effacement. Number 2, mugawas ang imuhang bata. Stage 3, placental stage, which are of 2 phases. Mu-separate ang placenta, next, mugawas ang placenta. Meaning, mag-una o gawas ang bata, musunod o gawas ang placenta. That's the normal sequence. But what happens in abruptio placenta? Naapa ang bata, pero ni-separate na ang placenta. Di ba sayo? Because separation of the placenta from its attachment should happen only after the baby is born. But ang nahitabo sa abruptio placenta is ni-separate ang placenta from its attachment even before the baby was born. That's why abruptio placenta is called as your premature placental separation. So what happens in abruptio placenta? If this is, for example, ang imuhang uterus, class, kani ang imuhang placenta nga naka-attach sa imuhang uterus or decidua. Ang nahitabo, manggod, class, kung mo-reduce ang blood supply, ang dagan sa dugo padulong sa imuhang decidua, kani, decidua is the uterine lining where the baby attaches. Kung ang blood flow padulong sa imuhang decidua, mo-reduce gani na siya, class. Kung mugamay ang dagan sa dugo padulong sa imuhang decidua, ang imuhang decidua mo degenerate or mamatay. And the moment nga mamatay ang imuhang decidua, ang placental portion nga naka-attach dinha nga portion nga decidua nga namatay will also separate. So kung tibuok decidua namatay, tibuok placenta ni separate. Kung ang tumoy sa placenta ang ni degenerate, ang tumoy rasad sa placenta ang ma-separate. Kung ang tunga sa imuhang decidua ang ni degenerate or namatay, ang tunga nga placental attachment mao rasad to siya ma-separate. Now, sa abruptio placenta, manggod, class, pinaka-common nga type of abruptio placenta, class, is a degeneration at the central areas of the decidua. Meaning, kung kani, class, is the tibuok decidua, ang kasagaran nga mauga, ang kasagaran nga mo degenerate, kay naa sa tunga. Meaning to say, kung ni-degenerate ang tunga, unsa may mahitabo sa pagka-attach sa placenta, na separate food ang placenta, pero sa tunga rasad. Now, kung naa siya sa tunga ni separate, then meaning to say the bleeding will happen at the central area. But take note, as there is bleeding at the central area, di pa na nimo makita ang dugo nga mugawas. kay matrap man siya sa tunga sa placenta because ang tumoy intact man except sa tunga. So sa tunga na ay bleeding pero di kagawas ang dugo kay sirado ang ibabaw, sirado ang ubos. Until the bleeding keeps on flowing, sigig dugo, until a pressure is built up at the middle, until it pushes the placenta, creating a pressure that pushes the placenta further away and further away. Iyang iduot the pressure. Nagsige siya duot sa placenta para mabungkag until eventually na-detach na gyud tibuok placenta so makagawas na ang imuhang dugo. But the moment the blood comes out, the blood is no longer fresh. That's why you know that in abruptio placenta, the bleeding is dark red. Now, saying that, class, kung nagdugo ang imong mama sa central areas, naa ba tay makita nga dugo dito sa vagina? Wala. Pero grabe ang imuhang bleeding. Meaning to say, if there is blood that you actually see during an abruptio placenta at the central area, what you see or what you could have seen is only a fraction of the total amount of blood that is actually lost. What are the signs of hypovolemic shock? Number 1, class, there is decrease in blood pressure. Nganong mugamay man ang blood pressure kung nag-bleeding or nag-shock ang imuhang mama? Because of the insufficient volume of blood. Kung gamay ra kag dugo, gamay ra sad kag BP. Ngano man sir, unsa man day ng BP? The blood pressure, class, is, as you have learned, no? Blood pressure is the product of cardiac output times systemic vascular resistance. Meaning to say, mas magkadaghan ang imong cardiac output, magkataas ang imuhang BP. Maubitaw ng atong tambalan ang high blood ug diuretics. Paihion. Nganong paihion man? Para muubos ang cardiac output, then muubos ang imuhang BP. Pero sa shock, class, kung nag-hemorrhage ka, unsa may mahitabo sa volume sa imong dugo? Would it be daghan or gamay? Gamay. So kung gamay ang dugo, what happens to the amount of blood that comes out from the heart every time it pumps? You call it cardiac output. Mugamay po. So kung mugamay ang cardiac output, it follows that the BP decreases. Number 2, what happens to your heart rate? Your heart rate will increase. Nganong mosaka man ang heart rate? Well, that is how our heart compensates. Okay? Our heart compensates. It attempts to work faster. Kay gamay raman ta, double time ta. Kung normal tag number, okay ra atong trabaho. But since gamay raman ta, atong paspasan ang atuang pagtuyok. Paspasan ang pulse rate. And the same manner, mo paspas pud ang imuhang respiratory rate as a compensatory mechanism to improve the amount of circulating oxygen. And because blood gives us warmth, it makes us warm-blooded animals. If you hemorrhage, if you lose blood, is there something that gives you warmth? Wala. So what happens to your temperature? Your temperature decreases. Now, class, we are ready to proceed on the 7 bleeding conditions of pregnancy. And the first bleeding condition of pregnancy, subject of this video, is abortion. Before I deal into that, class, remember there are 7 bleeding conditions. If you find it difficult, kung unsa ang sakit sa pasyente, the best key to answer that is to know pila ang age of gestation. Okay? The key to know, or the key that you have to know, is the age of gestation. Because the age of gestation will tell us the most probable cause of the problem. Meaning to say, all throughout pregnancy, there are 3 trimesters. First, second, and third trimester. If si Maria nagdugo, she is 2 months pregnant, and naka-encounter siya og sharp stabbing unilateral pain over the lower abdomen. Wa jud ka kasabot og unsa na nga mga symptoms. You keep a blind eye over these symptoms. Pero gipangutana man ka sa board exam, unsay sakit ni Maria? So what is your key? Your key is Maria is 2 months pregnant. Meaning to say, since Maria is 2 months pregnant, you will have to confine your choices on those conditions that belongs to the first trimester bleeding. Okay? So ang sakit ni Maria, since 2 months man siya, is only either abortion or ectopic pregnancy. Why is that? Because in the first trimester, there are only 2 kinds of bleeding during pregnancy. And these conditions are abortion and ectopic pregnancy. Unsa may sakit ni Maria if she is 5 months pregnant? It could either be class H-mole or incompetent cervix. Incompetent cervix is also called as your premature cervical dilation. The third trimester bleedings are abruptio placenta, placenta previa, and preterm labor. So meaning to say, class, kung si Maria nagdugo siya, for example, so Maria is 7 months pregnant and she has been bleeding and so on, daghan kaayong description. She is 7 months pregnant. Which of the following diagnoses will the nurse anticipate? Would it be A, abortion, B, ectopic pregnancy, C, H-mole, or D, abruptio placenta? Your answer should be D, abruptio placenta. Why? Because Maria is 7 months pregnant. So that's your key. Okay? Now, let's talk about abortion. Abortion, class, refers to the termination of pregnancy before the age of viability. Okay? So when a child is born less than the age of viability, you are considered an abortus. And the age of viability is 20 to 24 weeks. Meaning, anang viability, class, is buhi ability. Meaning, kung si Junior gianak og 20 weeks, na ay chance mabuhi. Okay? Kung si Junior gianak og 24 weeks, na ay chance mabuhi. Chance lang mabuhi. Kung si Junior gianak og 19 ka semana, walay chance mabuhi. Nganuman, because a viable fetus is at least 20 to 24 weeks. Meaning to say, if abortion is defined as the termination of pregnancy before reaching the age of viability, if Junior was born at 20 weeks, is he an abortus? The answer is no. Why? 20 is not less than 20. Meaning to say, the easiest key, muingon ra ka sa imong GT-PAM, sa imong obstetric history, nga 19 gani paubos, abortion yun na siya. 20 gani pataas, parity na siya. And parity, as you know, is either term or preterm. So kung gianak ka, for example, og 17 ka semana, abortion. 19, abortion. 20, parity, preterm. 21, parity, preterm. 36, parity, preterm. 37, parity, term. 40, parity, term. 42, parity, term. Di ka may mag-post-term kaya wak manilabot sa GT-PAM ang post-term. But that's how you answer GT-PAM questions. Very easy. Basta 19 paubos, abortion. Kung 20 to 36, preterm. Kung 37 pataas, term. Kana kung nigawas ang bata. Kung wa pa nigawas ang bata, ayaw ihapa, grabida na siya. Because grabida is the number of pregnancy. And parity is the number of deliveries. Kung gimabdos ka, sa grabida ti ka ilista. Pero kung nigawas na ka, ilista ti ka, depende sa imong edad. Kung ni edad kag 19 paubos, abortion ka. Kung ni edad kag 20 to 36, preterm ka. Kung 37 pataas, term ka. Let's focus our discussion on abortion. When we speak of abortion, this refers to the termination of pregnancy less than the age of buhiability or viability. You are less than 20 weeks. Meaning, ang imong key class is only the number 19. But for example, class, the nurse has not been able to determine whether pila ang iyahang age of gestation. Okay? Di ka kahibaw pila may age of gestation ani niya. So kung di ka kahibalo, what may you use to determine whether the child is an abortus or not? You look at your weight. And the weight must be less than 500 grams. Class, you will only use your weight criteria if the age of gestation data is not available. Now, what could have caused abortion? What are the causes of abortion? Abortion could be caused by fetal development problems. What are some fetal development problems? Meaning, normal unta ang pagpurma sa bata. Napurma gyud ang bata. But in the process nga ang bata nagtubo, nagka-problema. So what are those fetal development factors? This could be your teratogens. Okay? And remember, your most common teratogen is your torch infection. Your toxoplasmosis, rubella, cytomegalovirus, herpes simplex virus. Your O in torch may also mean other infections. What could have caused fetal development problems aside from teratogens? Pwede na kay chromosomal defects. And that is precisely the reason why, class, nga kung maka-encounter mo abortus, inigawas sa bata, naagad siya physical deformities. Because that affirms that the cause of the abortion has been a chromosomal problem. Aside from fetal development, abortion could also be caused by implantation problems. Failure of the endometrial lining to develop. It is the endometrial lining that should develop to later on become your decidua and to later on become the part where your baby will have to attach. Kung ang endometrium nimo wala ni fully develop, then ang imong attachment will be very loose that can cause abortion. Kanus man na nahitabo, sir, ang development of the endometrium? It happens every month. It happens during your menstruation. During your menstrual cycle, the inner linings of your uterus will thicken. That is the thickened endometrial lining. Kung mamabdos ka, the thickened endometrial lining will remain there, stay there, and become the decidua. But the thickened endometrial lining, kung di ka mamabdos, maunay mo slough off in the process of menstruation. So failure of the endometrial lining to develop will lead to implantation problems. And most commonly, class, when the cause is implantation, it is most commonly addressed by the hormone progesterone. Nganong progesterone man, sir? Because progesterone is your pampakapit. Okay? Number 3, what else could have caused your abortion? It could also be caused by your own immune rejection. It is your immune system that has rejected the baby. We call it as immune rejection. Okay? Now, what are the different types of abortion? The first type of abortion, class, is called your complete abortion. So the first type is complete abortion. In cases of complete abortion, class, this means that all the products of conception or all the products of pregnancy has been excreted by the mother, has been delivered by the mother, meaning to say, wala gyoy nahabilin. tanan gyud ni gawas. Bata, inunlan, nang gawas gyud siya tanan kumplito. And in this kind of abortion, no? In this kind of abortion, usually class, the woman is simply monitored. Wa tay buhaton nga lain because bleeding spontaneously stops in 2 weeks time. Okay? So maglokya rubra, serosa, alba like the usual way. And after 2 weeks, bleeding ceases. So the only thing that the nurse must do is to monitor the patient for the total amount of blood that she's actually lost, to monitor the patient for possible infection. Okay? So monitoring ra gyud. Basta gani kompleto, wa gyud tay problema. Ang atong problema class happens when the kind of abortion is incomplete. When do you say that the abortion is incomplete? It is incomplete when some products of conception had been retained. And in most common instances, class, ang mahabilin nga component is your cotyledon. Remember, ang placenta na ana siya around 30 cotyledons. 20 to 30 cotyledons. Kung naay cotyledon nga mahabilin, then the bleeding will never stop. To illustrate, class, kani siya imuhang uterus. On the uterus, naka-attach ang imuhang placenta. How is the placenta attached to the decidua or endometrial lining? It is attached thereat by series of blood vessels. So, matris or decidua, the inner layer, dinha nipilit ang imong placenta. Nganong napilit siya? Kay naanay mga ugat ka nag-connect nila. So, let's say, mauning mga ugat nga nag-connect sa atong placenta. Mao nang naka-connect siya. Now, inig gawas sa bata, sunod, mugawas ang placenta. So, let's take the placenta out. Pagawas sa placenta, if you could see, okay, this is your blood vessel, this is your placenta. Let's cut the placenta off. Pak, putol. What do you think will happen? Magsige siya og dugo. Muagas ang dugo. Pero, di gyud na siya magdugo, class, kung ang imong matris mo contract. Mugahi siya, mukumot siya para makompress ang mga open and bleeding vessels. And the hormone that we need for the uterus to contract is oxytocin. And that is precisely the reason why inigawas sa placenta, makakita mo sa dextrose sa mama nga gisagulan og 10, 20, 30 units of oxytocin. The purpose is to make the uterus contract para mo kumot, para mo kupos aron ang mga ugat nga able iyang mapugngan sa pagdugo. Okay? Ang problema is kung ang imong abortion incomplete or even the delivery sa normal nga mama is incomplete, unsa may mahitabo. So kung mauni ang uterus, mauni ang ugat, og naay nahabilin cotyledon, akong pangutana, makakumot ba og tarong ang imuhang uterus? Dili. That's why for as long as naay nahabilin, dili makakontract og tarong ang matres, magsige ang dugo ni mama. Mauna nga kaning nahabilin, kinahanglan jud nato tangtangon aron ang matres makakumot og tarong. You will be able to appreciate that, class, inig-duty ninyo sa delivery room. Kung naa mo sa public hospital na assign, makita ninyo nga ang fundos, ang ulo sa matres, birahon sa doktor paduol niya. Let's say, mauning tiil ni mama, anaon sa doktor ang matres, birahon ang matres paduol, ang kamot naka-gloves, ipasok sa buto, kuskuson ang matres aron makuha ang mga nahabilin ng mga inunlad. Sir, sakit na, it's uncomfortable, but the mother does not feel much pain because of the numbness of the uterus kay bag-o pa mang nanganak. Pagawas sa bata, pagawas sa inunlad, ato din ang ipasok atong kamot, sometimes maabot pag yun diri class. Para lang yun na makuha ang mga inunlad. Kung public hospital, kung private hospital, You would use, I do not know kung nag-retem na mo sa inyong delivery room, magamit mo og ovum forceps, butangan na ninyong OS, mao to siya ikuskus dito sa sulod. Okay? Di pa na maka-feel og pain si mama. You don't need anesthesia there. Pero kung na-discover nga ang nahabilin is pag-ugma na, pagsunod ugma na, then kinahanglan na ka raspahan. We call that procedure class as D and C. Oh, raspa na siya. Kinahanglan na ka i-anesthetize, hatagan kag Novain. Okay? Para kuskuson sa to dito kay maka-feel naman ka sa kasakit. Okay pa kung napaka sa labor room. Kay murag bag-o pa na nga kung kabantay mo class, kung sagpaon ang inyong naong og kusog, kanang kusog kaayo, nihikap, hala, di jud ka ka-feel nga gihikap ang imong naong. That is the effect. Okay? That is the effect. And that explains your principle in health assessment. You should do your light palpation before your deep palpation. Kay imo na siyang i-deep, munam naman to siya, ang imong kamot, in-press nimo sa light. Ba? So, in incomplete abortion class, to make it simple, pasabot ana that not all the products of conception has been expelled. Naagyo'y nahabilin. And most commonly, ang nahabilin kung incomplete ang abortion is a cotyledon. And unsa may epekto, sir, kung naay nahabilin nga cotyledon? Dili mohunong ang bleeding kay dili makakontract og tarong ang imong matres. So unsa may angay natong buhaton sa nahabilin, ato to siyang kuskuson, and the procedure is called D and C. Okay? Dilatation and curettage. Remember, I do not allow abbreviations. Okay? Number 3. Di ka mo sugot abbreviation siya. Ang imong lecture, pulos abbreviation. First letter of the word or second syllable of the word. Next, you have your missed abortion. Missed abortion is also called as your early pregnancy failure. Okay? So, missed abortion class is na inanawag sa imong cellphone. Pagtawag sa cellphone, wa nimo matubag. Kung sa may tawag, ana, miss call. Naibata sa imong tiyan, naglihok. Nihunong naman siya glihok. Wa ka kabantay nga patay na di ang bata sa imong tiyan. Missed abortion. So the failure of the mother to notice the death of the baby or simply the mother bearing a dead child, surya taron, o ang bata nga kung gidada patay, that's a missed abortion. Okay? Missed abortion is the retention of a dead fetus or the retention of all the products of conception. Ang missed abortion class, normally, kung namatay ang bata sulod sa imong tiyan, 2 days, 3 days, 5 days, 1 week, 2 weeks, manganak ra gyud ka. Mugawas ra gyud na sa giyaha, kanang namatay nga bata. You would experience labor like you would have had kung na-term ang bata. Mag-labor jud ka, mura jud kag manganak. No? Di ta katag-an kanus asya mugawas. So, we cannot use that class as our mode of intervention. Nga naman, di man ta pwedeng magpaabot kanus aka manganak. Sir, manganak ramang ka siya, sir. Kana aron di ta kagasto, ato na lang paaboton, sir. Dili na nimo paaboton. Ato gyud nang i-manage dayon kay basin maguna ang complication. And the complication is disseminated intravascular coagulation. Missed abortion could cause disseminated intravascular coagulation. So meaning, it's a contest between having DIC or having labor later on. Di ka pwede maingon na ako lang paaboton, manganak ra lagi ko, bahalag namatay ning bata, manganak ra mangyud ko. Unya ma'am, kung maguna ang DIC, unsaon man na? You know what DIC is? Disseminated intravascular coagulation is a situation where the woman has no more clotting factors. The woman has no more platelets. Sir, asa man ang clotting factor of platelets? Ay gikuha sa dead fetus. all the clotting factors and all the platelets has been attracted by the dead fetus such that there's nothing else left for the body to use. Right now, class, karon, bisag karon, our intestines, our gums, our uterine linings, tanan nga mga tissues nato, we do not know right now, pwede na ay nagdugo ana karon. Atong gums, atong stomach, atong tinai, pwedeng na ay samad diha karon. Kung naay samad na ay bleeding diha. But did we encounter any problem? Wala. Nga naman, because we have clotting factors, we have platelets that could address the problem immediately as it occurs. Naaman kay platelet, naaman kay clotting factor. Pero kung naa kay dead fetus class, this dead fetus attracts and uses these clotting factors and platelets such that there's nothing else left for the rest of the body. Kung nahurot imong clotting factors nga nidugo og kalit imong gums, nidugo og kalit imong IV site, nidugo og kalit ang imong tinai, imong stomach, unsa may imong gamiton? Wa na. So there will be severe bleeding from the overclotting. Overclotting dito sa fetus while there is bleeding at some parts of the body. Like a paradox. Na ay overclotting, pero at the same time, na ay underclotting at the rest of the body. Overclotting happens at the baby while overclotting happens at the baby while underclotting happens at the rest of the body. Simply stated, class, DIC is a condition where the woman has no more clotting factors or platelets to use for the rest of the body. Kaya asa man di ay ang clotting factor gigamit sa dead fetus. So gusto ta ana mauna nga the moment we encounter that this is a missed abortion, then ato na siyang i-address. Di ka magpaabot nga ay mga nakrabitaw ko, sayop na siya, class. Okay? Disseminated intravascular coagulation. Now, since patay man ang bata, unsa may atong buhaton? Sa complete abortion, we do nothing because bleeding spontaneously stops on its own. Usually, bleeding stops in 2 weeks. Sa incomplete, since bleeding will not stop if something is retained, we need to clean it up. We do D and C. In missed abortion, it runs the risk of DIC. So what do? We need to deliver the baby. We need to deliver the baby and we call that procedure as dilatation and evacuation. Okay? We need to deliver the baby by dilatation and evacuation. If the baby is big enough, then we can use normal induction of labor. Kung dako na ang bata, pwede na to siya gi-induce. Hatagan kag oxytocin aron magbati ka. Pero kung gamay ang bata, we need to use vacuum in order to evacuate the bata. Okay? Now, number 4 type. You have your threatened abortion. Threatened abortion. Sa mga threatened abortion, gihudlat ka, gihadlok ka sa bata nga mugawas siya. Okay? Sa threatened abortion, hadlok-hadlok na siya, meaning you can still save the baby. You can still save the pregnancy. You would know, class, that there is threatened abortion because check, there is slight cramping. Ni sakit ang imong puson, mura kag nagbati. There is slight cramping. Number 2, there is bleeding. But what makes it threatened, class? Because despite the slight cramping, despite the bleeding, your cervix is intact. Okay? And the amniotic fluid is also intact. So naaning duha, class. Intact imong cervix, imong bag of water, intact siya. Okay? So it is a threatened abortion if the woman has had slight cramping, has had bleeding, but the cervix is intact and the bag of water is intact. Kinahanglan ang duha intact. Because even if the cervix is intact, but the bag of water has already ruptured, then we will call that now as imminent abortion. Okay? So kinahanglan, okay si cervix, okay si amniotic fluid para ma-threaten. Pero kung ang usaha na is problemado, let's say intact ang bag of water pero abli na imong cervix, then what do you call that condition? That is now your threatened, that is now your imminent abortion. So what do we do in cases of threatened abortion? You will have to have your avoidance of strenuous activity. Di ka pwede mo sa kaughagdan. Okay? Sir, kung na ako'y threatened abortion, pwede pa ba kong jirjiron sa akong bana? Ha? Question, is sex allowed during pregnancy? Yes. Is sex allowed during your threatened abortion? Okay. When the bleeding exists and the cramping exists, ayaw sana jirjira. You have to have 2 weeks first before nimo siya makasex og balik. Okay? 2 weeks from the time that the bleeding and the cramping has ceased, then you can engage in sexual activity again. Because pregnancy does not prohibit sexual intercourse. Pwede gihapon ang sexual intercourse as long as you do it in the proper positions. And such positions were taught to you in the first semester, I presume. Okay? So that ends our discussion on abortion.